Sherlock Holmes. Chapter 1. Holmes is ill. It is 1890 in London. At 221B Baker Street, Mrs. Hudson, Sherlock Holmes's servant, is sad. Things are very bad. Holmes is dying. 3 days now, and he is worse, she thinks. Mrs. Hudson likes Holmes very much, but she is also a little afraid of him. He is different. He has strange visitors, and they come at all hours of the day and night. His rooms have many strange things in them, but he is very nice to Mrs. Hudson. She respects him, and she does not want to lose him. I must visit Dr. Watson, she thinks. He can help. At this time, Dr. Watson is living in a different street in London. Mrs. Hudson goes quickly to his rooms. Dr. Watson, she cries when the doctor opens the door to her. Please come with me. It's Mr. Holmes. He's dying.
What?
Watson cries.
I know nothing about this.
He doesn't want a doctor, but you must come, sir. After 3 days, he's very, very ill. He's saying strange things. I'm afraid for him. You must be quick. Watson gets his coat and bag, and they leave the house. In the cab, he asks Mrs. Hudson some more questions. I can't tell you much, sir. Lately, Mr. Holmes is working in Rotherhithe, near the river. He comes home and he brings this illness with him. He's much worse now. Can he live through this? Chapter 2. Watson cannot help. When they arrive at Baker Street on that dark November day, Holmes is alive, but Watson is afraid for his friend. The detective's face is yellow, and his eyes are red with fever. His hands move without stopping. When he speaks, his voice is weak.
Well, Watson, bad days are here, I think.
He smiles weakly.
My poor man,
Cries Watson, and he moves towards the bed.
Don't come near me.
But why? I only want to help.
I know, but you can't help me. My illness is from the Far East, and it's very contagious.
I'm a doctor,
says Watson quietly.
These things don't matter to me.
Don't move, and I can talk to you. If not, you must leave the room now.
Holmes looks at Watson with fever in his eyes.
I can't trust you with this, Watson. You know nothing of these strange illnesses. Do you know about Tapanuli fever, for example? Or the Black Formosa fever? No, you don't. You aren't a specialist. I'm sorry to say this, but I must see a specialist.
Watson is not happy at these words, but he also respects the detective.
Very well, Holmes. Dr. Ainstree, the best specialist in these illnesses, is now in London. I'm going to him now.
Watson walks towards the door. Suddenly, Holmes is out of bed. He goes quickly to the door and locks it. Then he goes very slowly back to bed. Watson looks at his friend in shock. What is the matter with Holmes? Chapter 3. Holmes is worse. Holmes cries excitedly.
Stay here, Watson. I've got the key. What time is it? 4 o'clock? At 6 o'clock you can go, but not before.
Watson looks at his friend sadly.
Holmes, this illness is doing strange things to your head. But I can wait until 6.
Good. One more thing, Watson. Don't bring that man Ainstree. Now, perhaps I can sleep a little.
Watson waits, looking at the pictures and books in the room. On a table, he sees a little black and white box.
That's interesting,
he thinks. He moves his hand towards it. Suddenly, a terrible cry comes from the bed.
Stop, Watson! Don't move my things. I don't like it. Sit down, man. I need to sleep.
At 6 o'clock, Holmes says,
Let's have some light, Watson. But only a little. Put the box near me. And not with your hands. Use your handkerchief. That's right. Now you can go to Mr. Culverton Smith of 13 Lower Burke Street.
But who is this man, Holmes? I don't know the name.
He isn't a doctor. He has a plantation in Sumatra, but he's visiting London. He knows this illness well, because his workers often have it. Things are not good between us. Smith's nephew, Victor Savage, is dead. There is something wrong about his terrible death. I don't trust Smith, and he knows it. But only he can help me. There is one more thing. Don't come back with him. You must be here before him. This is very important, Watson.
Watson takes the key and he goes into the street. He sees Inspector Morton of Scotland Yard.
How is Mr. Holmes, sir?
Morton asks.
He's very ill.
Watson answers. Morton smiles strangely.
I know something about it.
He says. Watson doesn't understand, but he cannot wait. He gets into a cab and leaves. Servant. Sad. Strange. Respect. Doctor. Illness. Cab. River. Detective. Fever. Voice. Weak. Poor. Towards. Contagious. Trust. Specialist. Lock. Shock. Key. Box. Terrible. Light. Handkerchief. Plantation. Nephew. Inspector. Scotland Yard.